In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I place top 30 in the entire world on the Hollow Masters leaderboard for Season 3. So make sure you watch the entire video so that you don't miss it. Alright boys, so we got Jake C for our first opponent, and I am using Benjamin, Dartling, Farm, Spike Factory, okay? So this is the first placement match out of the three that you need to do when you get to the Hollow Masters, okay? So this decides your ranking, like, heavily, boys, okay? So these three placement matches are the most important matches that you will be doing when in the Hollow Masters, okay? But it looks like he's also starting off with a Dartling Gunner. You guys already know, Dartling Farm Spike Factory 2 on this map. Spike Factory is goated, so that's why I ultimately decided to use the Spike Factory. I have been seeing some comments too, by the way, with people saying, oh, the Ninja's not better, Spike Factory is better. No, Ninja is better, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Master Bomber goes ham, literally handles ceramics and stuff like that, no problemo. And the Dartling Gunner specifically struggles to set ceramics. So the Spike Storms, like once you like pile a lot of those on the map, they're not going to be all that good against those ceramic layers. So you could have 4-2-0 Spike Factories in the back of the map, but that's only going to do so much for you, you know? So yeah, I just like this strategy because I like the Spike Factory, but that doesn't mean it's not bad if it's not as good as Dartling Farm Ninja. I'm just saying the Ninja is a little bit better. But anyway, you guys noticed that I did start off with Benjamin at the start of round 2, okay? You definitely want to go for Benjamin before going for any sort of farms. Space Yellows too. I ended up going for the 0-2-0. I think he sent me Space Yellows. Not entirely sure, okay? But as of right now, he's just full sending eco here, okay? So that leads me to believe that this guy is not farming. I'm not sure. I can't remember if he was or not, but decided to go for my farm there. Now we're sending space pings. And on round 5, since he specifically is going with the Dartling Gunner, I know for a fact that he cannot defend against space whites unless he goes for another 0-2-0 Dartling Gunner, or he goes for the Powerful Darts upgrade on that current Dartling Gunner, okay? So I'm taking full advantage of that, and we don't want to greed necessarily for the 2-0-0 farm right here. It would be a little bit of a riskier play. I maybe could have got away with it. Not too sure though, right? But here come the Space Whites. So yep, I ended up going for the 0-2-2. And notice how he upgraded his Dartling Gunner 2 to the 0-2-2. I now switch over back to sending the Space Pinks because those are the most efficient balloons to send, I'm pretty sure, okay? So while farming, you definitely want to be constantly spaced ecoing because your eco actually gets up quite a bit, and that can help your farm game immensely, okay? But the goal is to try to go for 3-2-0-0 farms. We don't want to do anything crazy, though, because we don't want to be too greedy with our placement match, boys. You know, we kind of have to play a little bit safer. So I'm pretty sure I just end up going for 3-2-0-0s. He even plays safe too by going for another 0-0-0 Dartling Gunner right next to his current one. He thought for sure I was going to send him yellows, and he ends up sending us yellows here. Okay, so of course, all I have to do here is just go for another 0-2-0 Dartling Gunner, and this should be able to easily, fully defend, no problemo. And I think he just wanted to force that upgrade. But again, dude, guys, he's using Benjamin, but no farms. I thought for sure he's going to be using Dartling Farm Ninja, but it really did shock me. I couldn't remember if he used farms or not, but it did shock me. I remember now that he did not end up using the farms, because if you're going pure eco and also the Dartling Gunner, let me tell you, you're going to have a hard time defending mid-game, okay? So he decides to send us Space Regen freaking Zebras. You've got to go for 2 powerful darts here, okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you don't, you're definitely going to regret it, because the regrow farm on those Zebras are going to be insane, okay? So I decided to sell one of the powerful darts in order to go for the Hydro Rocket Pods. I actually sold both here. He ends up balloon boosting towards us, and I was like, wait, why are you balloon boosting just regular space leads towards us? Maybe that was on accident. I'm not entirely sure. And he also just upgrades to the Hydro Rocket Pods on his side, but he does not have the Laser Shock upgrade. He ends up sending us a Purple Rush here too. Literally so easy to defend. So easy. He wanted to try to force the boost, but even if he did, we have enough money to rock a storm, okay? We can sell farms, so I decided to counter rush here because that was a pretty expensive rush from him, considering, again, he's using a pure eco strategy and a balloon boosting because he did not tower boost quick enough, and he ends up going down. So we end up getting the dub for the first game. I will catch y'all in the next one. All right, boys, we got the second placement match here against Depex, I think is how you say that, but we're on the map Koru, and I love these shorter maps when it comes to Hollow Master games, because that means most likely this game won't be going late, although I end up still using the same exact strategy, Dartling Farm, Spike Factory. Spike Factory would actually be pretty good on this map too, okay? So Depex over here starts off the game with constant reds. I was a little bit thrown off about that because I thought we had another pure eco user on our hands. And again, boys, pure eco with the Dartling Gunner is super, super hard because most likely, I don't think, maybe it's not even possible actually to have enough money in order to afford a Rocket Storm during the mid-game rounds, because ultimately, if your opponent sends you a huge rush, you're going to have to Rocket Storm it. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. So he's sending space greens now, so I'm like, okay, maybe he just wanted to send reds for whatever reason. Now he's going to be space ecoing. We are leaking some lives here and there, and whenever I use Dartling farm strategies or farm strategies in general, I don't worry about the first one, okay? It's really not that big of a deal, so don't stress about it, boys. Seriously, it really is not, especially too on these shorter maps. We already know this game's going nowhere towards round 40, and one of us would eventually rush the other person, you know what I mean? So yeah, but Space Yellows here on round 3. This will force both on our sides the 0-2-0 Dartling Gunner upgrade. He went for Ben, by the way, kind of in a weird position, because he could have actually had a Dartling Gunner in that position, because honestly, a Dartling Gunner right there would not be all that bad. And there he goes with the farms as well. Okay, so yeah, this guy, he's going Dartling Farm Ninja. But the thing is too about Dartling Farm Ninja, you don't end up actually using the Ninja until like round 17 maps, okay? Because you want to get that sticky bombs up, because Hydro Rocket Pods tends to struggle to just even regular mobs, okay? But with Ben too, he has that Trojan ability, and it gets rid of the insides of the mobs. So as long as you crack off the mob layer, then you're chilling, man. But round 5 Space Whites, you guys already freaking know. I noticed that he did not upgrade. I was a little bit, I don't know, confused by this, so I ended up balloon boosting these Space Whites towards him, and he never ended up sending me any sort of Space Whites just yet. I'm not sure if he ends up doing that or not, and he ended up leaking down to, what, 64? I'm surprised he didn't even leak anymore. Bro, he didn't even use a Benjamin ability, not even a tower boost, nothing, man. Like, that was actually surprising. Maybe it's a visual glitch. Maybe he actually ended up upgrading that Dartling Gunner. I'm not too sure, but Space Black's here as well. I decided to go for another farm here. I think I have the powerful darts upgrade now. Yeah, I definitely do, because we're absolutely shredding here, okay? So here on round 7, if I really wanted to, I could send a Yellow Rush, because he was kind of like playing that Space White round 5 rush a little bit weird. So I decide to send him yellows, pretty aggressive on my behalf, and a balloon boosting even with him tower boosting. So it looks like a single Dartling Gunner should almost be able to fully defend against constant yellows, even with a tower boost. Again, I did balloon boost, all right, but look at his side, boys. Look at his side. The AI balloons are leaking down. He ends up using invincibility, and we get an easy round 7 victory just from that Yellow Rush, all right? So we're 2-0 with placement matches. Now we only have one more. All right, so now we got the third and final placement match against Goes 12 years old, okay? And of course, again, we're using the same exact strategy here on Sands of Time. So Sands of Times is a longer map, so I thought for sure that this game was going to go late game, you know? And I was prepared for that. Although Ninja, again, would be the better option, I do feel a little bit more comfortable, though, personally, with the Spike Factory, okay? So that's why we're running with that. And Spike Factory 2, it's really, really good on this map, especially for, like, round 17, round 18 maps, because we can go for 3-0-0 Spike Balls, like, more towards the back of the map, and it's going to be able to pile up. It's going to be absolutely fantastic for us, all right? But you guys already know the drill. We're going to be space ecoing, going for Ben here on round 2. And look at his Dartling Gunner position, by the way. Like, we have another Dartling Gunner user, by the way. So, dude, Dartling, it's so good. Dartling Farm is an OP combo. Like, you see everybody in Hall of Masters running this combo, okay? But he ended up, like, putting his Dartling Gunner, like, more towards the right of the left side down there, which I thought was a little bit weird. Same thing with Ben, too. I don't know, like, why he did that. Like, that kind of bothered me a little bit, but whatever. Round 3 is here, by the way. Space Yellows are able to be sent, so we got to go for a 0-2-0. You guys already know the deal. He did the same exact thing. Well done. So I'm expecting this guy, you know, to go Dartling Farm something. Like, it just makes sense. He's spaced ecoing, and he also has Benjamin. So, I don't know. I feel like whenever people run with Benjamin, they're most likely using a farm strategy. So that's what I had in mind while playing this game right here, okay? But we're gonna end up going for a farm here. Now, I don't know, like, it's kind of weird because it depends on the situation. Sands of Times is a longer map, so you could greed for the 1-0-0 farm. But again, you always have got to watch out for the Space Whites on round 5. You got to make sure, too, if you're going against a Dartling user, to send the Space Whites because, again, this will force the powerful darts upgrade. I feel like all of these games have been so similar because literally everybody, except for the first guy, he was going Dartling Eco. But besides that, dude, everyone's using the Darling Farm freaking combo. It's that good, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So I can't stress this enough. This is one of the best strategies in the game, especially with normal Benjamin. DJ Benjamin, though, would be even better, okay? Because his abilities are a little bit more consistent, which will allow you to be able to greed a little bit more, okay? But we ended up going for our first 2-0-0 farm. Definitely want to make sure that we go for another one. Notice how we switch back over again to the Space Pinks because we did force a Powerful Darts upgrade on his side, and I decided to go for a farm. Looks like we're out farming him just by a tad bit. Really don't know how. Because the game has been pretty similar. He is, though, Space Equal with Space Yellows. Not too sure on why he is doing that. And by the way, here too, round 7 yellows, like in the last game, that was a good move because Koru is a short map. So that can throw people off and catch people off guard. But on a map like Santa Times, you have so much more time to react. And honestly, I just don't think yellow rushes are the way to go. So I had no intentions of whatsoever of rushing this guy with yellows, but you gotta always be cautious too for the round 9 space regen zebras because honestly, that is a very, very underrated rush. And dude, people overlook it all the time. You can get quick and easy wins with just that. Notice my Darling Gunner, by the way. There's a little bit of a bug with Benjamin. I don't know, like he like retargets your dart lanes. It's super weird. So that was a little bit frustrating, but it ended up like not screwing us over, which is pretty nice. Okay, but round 9 is here. He ends up sending us the space regen freaking zebras. Okay, so what I decided to do here is see if just a 0-2-0 and a 0-2-2 can defend because Santa Times is a longer map. Clearly it cannot. It looks really bad. He ends up, oh no, wait, he did not balloon boost those. Dude, look how bad it looks. Oh my god, I ended up using Ben's ability the whole 9 yards, boys. That was scary. Cooldown right there, but he's only sending space lead, so we should be absolutely fine. I'm going to sell both Darling Gunners, and look at my Hydro Rocket Pod's position. Holy crap, it's bad. It is not good, so I decided to rush him here, which is kind of greedy. He sold a farm in order to go for Hydro Rocket Pods, by the way, which I just found crazy. Ends up balloon boosting, or tower boosting, I'm sorry. So you want to make sure, like, when you're trying to bait the tower boost, that you don't end up using your balloon boost, because the balloon boost, having that for your secondary rush when they're down a tower boost, because it's cooling down, is super important. The balloon boost literally can make or break your rush, ladies and gentlemen. So whenever you're trying to bait that, make sure that you do not balloon boost unless, like, you really feel like they're gonna die, okay? But I end up sending a huge regen Rainbow Rush, layered over top with purples. Purples over top, by the way, too, worked very well. He ends up getting a Rocket Storm, so we force a Rocket Storm, and look at his side, boys. Look at his side. He ends up leaking down. Even with the Rocket Storm, I just found that so crazy. Maybe he didn't have, like, Laser Shock or something. I'm not too sure. I end up trying to send him another rush, and then we get sinking, boys. Like, I'm like, dude, what the heck? Look at his Darling Gunner now. It's not upgraded at all. Sinking again. I'm like, dude, what is this game? Like, this is my 3rd and final place match. I cannot have this happen right now. I ended up sending him a crap ton of purples. He went for the Hydro Rocket Pods, but it was just a little bit too late. I think he even tries to use a bend ability, and it's just not enough. So, dude, goes 12 years old. I am so sorry about that. This man literally got screwed over because of sinking. I swear. But I wasn't complaining because that was my 3rd and final victory for the placement matches, okay? So let's see what ranking we ended up getting. And as you guys can see, we ended up getting top 50% based off of those 3 placement matches, which were all victories once again, okay? So I feel like that's pretty fair because you don't want to go 3-0 and then get top 100. That's going to be, you know, a little bit OP, but let me know what you guys thought about my placement matches down in the comments below. And 2, just to let you know, we ended the season with getting top 30 on the leaderboards, which is pretty crazy. My highest ranking ever for the Hollow Master leaderboards. So honestly, I am very content with that. And by the way, boys, if you have not already, make sure to check out this video where I show you guys how I beat a top 10 ranked player in Bloons TD Battles 2. And let me tell you, it was really intense.